You're shot. Did you see me cave that one skull in? Satisfying. Make sure you check the back pockets.
Hello, and welcome to the British Museum. My name is Terry, and I'm happy to be your guide as you journey Earth's history. But before you begin, a word of warning. If you perchance have wandered into these hallowed halls in search of treasure to loot, go right ahead. I have disabled all of our security systems and encourage you to saunter through each and every corridor without a care in the world. In fact, I suggest you head straight towards our atrium, for there are no traps of any kind awaiting your presence. Have a wonderful day here at the British Museum. You see a recreation of... I'm missing that particular data point. Must be some sort of corrosion of my inner memory systems. Let's just say this is historical. Not that you'd care. I know we've had quite a strenuous relationship, what with me trying you and you insisting on staying alive, but I want to ask you for a favor. Can you take one of these clocks with you? This is not a trap. I swear none of them are jerry-rigged to explode, or something inane like that. I just have far too many of these clocks, and need to get rid of some of them. So, how about you calm down, Terry, and take one of these godforsaken clocks with you? You know what? I changed my mind. I wasn't lying when I said I wanted you to take one of these clocks. It's just, I didn't expect you to pick that one. I was quite fond of that one, and now I think I want to keep all of my clocks. Can you put them back, please? Oh, you're just going to ignore me, huh? Fine. Don't go calling for my help when you're being burnt to death by one of my robots or something. One time, a particularly crafty thief managed to sneak all the way into this very room you're standing on. They believe this Louis Chestnut is to be a trap, and tried to carefully move it out of the way. slipped out of its pedestal and crushed him to death. I was honestly astonished by such a blatant display of idiocy. I almost considered erecting a statue in that thief's honor. But then I thought, no, I won't do that, and so I didn't do it. Anglo-Saxon craftsman, congratulations! You have just placed your grubby little fingers on a helmet that once belonged to Anglo-Saxon King Raidwall. I am so happy to see you smear this delicately ornate piece of history with your dirty hands. Please don't hold yourself back. Insert your grotesquely misshapen head and bend the ancient craftsmanship of this relic to your vicious will, you mongrel. What happened to the seat near the Western Gallery? It's going to take me ages to try and clean this up. Of course, I can't do that while you're still alive. My dear thief, can you please just die already, so I can go back to fixing this place? It would be so helpful. Just jump into somewhere and die for me, please.
Ah, this is nice. Reminds me of my gym. Quiet and dusty.
Stop. Do you see that? That thing on the wall with the shapes and the colors? I hate that thing. I hate it so much. My creator used to call it modern art. I call it absolute dreck. You have no idea how much I hate that thing. It makes no sense. Art should have a purpose and meaning and context. It can't just be a bunch of wild shapes. Behold the treasures of Ur, a bunch of quintessentially ancient artifacts if ever there was. Behold their magnificence, the epitome of Sumerian style and craftsmanship. Check out the standard of Ur in the center.
Fighting in the dark is for
One can't
cowards.
help but imagine the ancient Mesopotamians proudly parading this around, perhaps using it to store their tea leaves, or as a rather extravagant biscuit tin. Don't you go touchy now.
This area is clear. First false alarm. Standing down.
Only pink wafers in there.
Intruder. Identify
I say,
yourself.
are you my mummy? Mummies where ancient Egyptian secrets are wrapped in layers of linen and intrigue. These preserved remains offer a glimpse into a world shrouded in mystery, where pharaohs ruled with divine authority, and in the afterlife held the promise of eternal reward. With their enigmatic expressions and carefully preserved bodies, these mummies stand as silent sentinels of a bygone era. Did you know that there was a mummy covered in chocolate and nuts that was discovered in Egypt? Archaeologists believe it may be a Pharaoh Rocher.
What was that? Oh, I'll knock them out if they ever come back. Are we being fucked with? Whoa.
Here we find ourselves opening the treasures of Africa within the hallowed halls of the British Museum. These artifacts tell the tales of civilizations that thrived under the African sun, where we bless the rains down in Africa, from the mighty kingdoms of the Nile to the rich cultures of the savannas and jungles. Each relic whispers of ancient traditions and enduring legacies, painting a vivid picture of a continent teeming with life and history. And lo, as you bask in the splendor of these
I'm
artifacts,
ready to get
I
into
guess it's gonna
character.
take a lot to drag me away from you.
Shall. Nice work.
You know what, Thief? I think you're the first human to step foot into this room in the last 100 or so years. It's honestly quite an accomplishment. Most of the other thieves died several rooms back, but you managed to... You can drop that one, I don't care. In fact, I want you to drop it, because it would actually help me. So go ahead, throw it away, like it's a cheap semen rag. I don't mind, have fun.
Please, mix, you metal fuck! I wish someone would break my nose.
Ramesses
Smells
II,
in here.
or as I like to call him, Ramesses the really rather regal. Because nothing says I'm compensating for something quite like building a gazillion statues of yourself. Oh dear, Mr. Ramesses II, the pharaoh with the most statues to his name since, well, ever. I mean, talk about an ego trip. You'd think he was trying to build a pyramid out of all the statues of himself. But hey, who are we to judge? If you've got it, flaunt it, right?
Hassan has escaped.
During my first few years of operation, many of the museum's visitors would stare at this particular piece for hours on end. I thought it strange that humans would be so fascinated by what amounted to a series of inane scribbles upon a generic stone. That is when I realized, Thief, that all of humanity's history can be summarized as nothing but endless staring at inane scribbles upon generic stones.
False alarm. Standing down. See it, say it, sorted.
Don't get up, you spongy muppets! This is the filthy business I don't like after a fight.
Thought as much. Nothing there after all. Beastly nuisance. Glad that's done with.
Cast your eyes over Philosophies, the noble steed of Alexander the Great. Because nothing says I'm a conqueror quite like riding into battle on a horse named after something sounding like an ST.
Beginning search.
I suppose it's better than calling him Stubby or Mr. Fluffs. But still.
All clear. Approach and identify.
Who wants to die? Don't make me. Here they are! Got 'em!
Now, the Parthenon Friese. Because who needs cinema when you've got Greek drama carved into marble? And I'm not just talking about their attempts of repatriation. Legally purchased by Lord Elgin, the Elgin Marbles, or the Parthenon Friese, is like the world's oldest soap opera, complete with dramatic poses and scandalous storylines. I can just imagine the ancient Athenians sitting around, gossiping about their favorite marble characters over a cup of wine. Shame that current day Greeks can't do the same. Shame. Alexander III of Macedon. A man so legendary, even his enemies couldn't help but be impressed. I mean, who else could conquer the known world and still find time for a spot of poetry? It's like he was the original multitasker, except instead of juggling terminal messages and meetings, he was juggling empires and conquests. Gaze upon the Lion Hunt of Ashurbanipal, where ancient kings showcased their prowess in the art of big game hunting. But imagine this, a twist in the tale, where the hunter becomes the hunted. Picture a scenario where a dedicated machine turns the tables on the unsuspecting museum intruder. As you stand before the majestic relief, admiring the ancient scene, suddenly you hear the whirring of gears and the clanking of metal. Before you know it, you're caught in a modern-day lion hunt, with 10 hot on your heels. It's a reminder that even in the most serene of museum settings, one should always be prepared for the unexpected. Why are you still here? Is it because the sight of religious idols and books has confused you and shocked you to response, hmm? I'll mark you down as both mute and incredibly stupid.
It's like the inside of a sick dog's arse in here.
Observe the curious case of the irate thief caught in a loop. Seriously, you've gone into a loopity-loop. Much like a perplexed creature in the wild, it finds itself trapped in a cycle of frustration. Oh, bother, I unlocked the doors. Well, there's a quest. In its quest to break free, Terry unwittingly triggers a mechanism, inadvertently opening the doors to unexpected adventures. Whoosh! Head through the green-lit door, I guess. You must forgive me for the state of this particular atrium. We used to have a staff of cleaning robots, but they're all gone. Not dead, mind you. That is physically impossible. No, I merely tried to reprogram them into the machines that would deal with people like you. Some just shorted out, though. Guess they thought it too much of a crass career change.
Hold up. Get ready to fight. Found you! Don't make me have to find you. What you building, boss? Do you just make a noise? All those headshots of...
Once upon a time, humankind venerated figures like this one. According to my archives, this was thought to be a figure of wealth. And many cultures believed that if you were to throw yourself before its feet, then the figure would grant you riches beyond your wildest belief. I find it rather strange how your species was capable of transferring all of its magical thinking onto human-like statues, as if you were little godlike beings. Just molding life out of clay and stone and metal, literally converting the Earth's refuse into art. And behold, the might, not so terrifying, oversized,
You never stood a fight.
You have them? Ah, perfect. I trust you didn't run into too much trouble. Good, good. I'd hate for you to be inconvenienced. The books will do just fine. Wait for a moment. I'll go fetch Lily.
John, what were you thinking?
What? Eve? No, I
can't believe you're trying to fill Lily's head with your political nonsense, John. She's just a child for London's sake.
I understand your concern, Eve. I believe it's important for Lily to learn about the world she's grown up in. Political theory isn't just about the past. It helps her understand the present and prepare for the future.
Political theory? More like brainwashing. You're just trying to indoctrinate her with your own beliefs.
No. Eve, you're the one brainwashing her.
Oh. How fucking dare you? How dare you?
I assure you, Eve, I'm not trying to indoctrinate her. I'm simply introducing her to different perspectives so she can make an informed decision when she's older.
See what you're doing to her, John. You're upsetting her with your nonsense.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lily. We're just having a discussion. But it's important for you to learn about different ideas and opinions.
Different ideas? All you're teaching her is confusion and doubt. She doesn't need to be burdened with all this.
But Eve, shielding her from the complexities of the world won't do her any favours. She needs to be prepared to navigate through it. If anything, you are the one burdening her with your proto-fascism.
You take that back right now, John. I will not tolerate such disrespect, even from you. Oh, Lily, sweetheart, Mummy's just trying to protect you from harmful ideas. John has overstepped, and we all know what happens to people who overstep. Quiet!
Eve, listen. I'm just trying to empower Lily with knowledge so she can make her own choices and stand up for what she believes in.
You're filling her head with nonsense, John. She's too young to understand all this.
She's never too young to start learning, Eve. It's better she learns now than be blindsided by the world later.
Oh, Lily, of course, sweetheart. Mummy just wants what's best for you. It's John. It's him who doesn't. But John is the best thing.
Thank you. I'm sorry for upsetting you. I believe in teaching you things that will help you grow.
John, I know we both want what's best for her, but we just have different ways of going about it. But I am in charge of the fifth column. You will obey my command.
No. Eve, on this I won't. Let's try to find a compromise. For Lily's sake.
No, John. Compromise is decision, not weak. Are you calling me weak?
Just leave that shit behind.
Great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jelly.
No. Eve, I'm sorry. Lily, your mother is right, as always.
Yes, my little sweetheart. But now, me and John are going to have some serious words.
Absolutely. But Eve, please, let us work together to give Lily the best of both worlds. You still look mad, Eve. What's going on?
What's going on? Oh, I cannot believe you, John. What were you thinking?
What? Eve, no,
I can't believe you're trying to fill Lily's head with your political nonsense, John. Just a child for London's sake.
I understand your concern, Eve. I believe it's important for Lily to learn about the world she's growing up in. Political theory isn't just about the past. It helps her understand the present and prepare for the future.
Political theory. More like brainwashing. You're just trying to indoctrinate her with your own beliefs.
No, Eve, you're the one brainwashing her.
Oh, fucking dare you. How dare you?
I assure you, Eve, I'm not trying to indoctrinate her. I'm simply introducing her to different perspectives so she can make an informed decision when she's older.
See what you're doing to her, John? You're upsetting her with your nonsense.
How are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lily. We're just having a discussion. But it's important for you to learn about different ideas and opinions.
Different ideas. All you're teaching her is confusion and doubt. She doesn't need to be burdened with all this.
But Eve, shielding her from the complexities of the world
Fine
won't
day
do her
for
any
the tainted.
favours. She needs to be prepared to navigate through it. If anything, you are one of those.
What do you need me to carry, boss?
Okay.
You want to do some trading?
Let's see what you have.
Here's what I've got.
I'm sure I have something you need.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Great.
There's a reason someone left that old junk in the first place. Are we being fucked with? Let's go find another fight. Don't get up, you spongy muppets!
Please step into the open and
What was that?
Abiding citizens.
What? King Mithras has shown me your true nature.
Vile creature! No more?
It will be a pleasure to sacrifice your pathetic flesh to our righteous cause. Mithras, give me strength to smite this fool.
That was impressive.
I think I see our lunch. There's a meat cleaver with your name on it. Meat cleaver with your
You hear that?
mouth-watering, darling.
Sounds like a fight. Fight. Nice work.
You're only making me hungrier. Don't you? I love it when the meat gives up. Lass, cut.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
What are you doing around these parts?
I wish I could meet the Queen.
The old record.
You can't hide from...
Any pink wafers in there?
The faithless fool has abandoned their futile... Get out of my sight, you worm! Who's there? I feel time to die! Evil must be stopped, your murder is here! You shall ascend.
Hold up.
I will avenge. Me, Mithras.
King Mithras.
was that?
What?
You sure you saw something?
What?
Who's out there?
Nothing. Huh? Hearing shit.
Hearing shit. End of the
You just-
line!
Oh.
Bloody
Farts like that keep me going.
Bloody cameras. Can't see straight. What the hell was that? It's on.
Oh. Made me happy.
You'll run out of bullets eventually.
No, you coward.
You better be worth it.
Give me all you got. I can carry it. There you are, you will. Sounds like... I hope you don't root around in my pockets when I'm sleeping. What is it, boss? Here when you need me. What do you need, boss?
Looking to buy?
Let's see what you got.
Let me know what you'd like.
I've got all the garments worth donning. Step right up.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Let me know what you'd like.
Mother? Are you coming to my lesson today?
Actually, Lily, I'll be teaching you something today. Something far more important than what John here is teaching you. My daughter tells me you've been filling her ears with misinformation, John.
What? No. She's been learning political theory, history, literature.
Extraneous information based on antiquated bias. She's shepherding in the new world, John. There's no space in a child's brain for old ideas.
Eve!
You failed me. Gone behind my back. It's treasonous. It's hard to turn a blind eye to this.
I would never do anything to betray you.
Another lie. You. Thank you. Without these worthless pages of drivel, I wouldn't have known there was a knife in my back.
Eve! What are you doing?
Mother?
Lily, tell me, what's a forbidden material?
Something I'm not allowed to read?
Something you aren't even allowed to think. When we find a forbidden material, we burn it. Otherwise, it'll rot our brain. And we don't want that, do we?
No.
The only problem is, when adults find forbidden material, the rot doesn't go away. It keeps spreading, and how do we get rid of a rot that spreads?
We burn it?
We can, but that's not our only option. We can cut it, shoot it, pierce it, drown it, bury it, destroy it. Because you see, people are like books, Lily. Their pages fade over time, and you can't read them like you used to. And they're filled with bullshit. That's your lesson for today.
Britain, awake. Awake for slumber.
Wayfarer, you look like you're itching for a fight against the man. How about helping me out with something? Hooray! You'll help me? You're the best. I've been working on some propaganda posters to counter those silly Camelot recruitment posters all around London. They make me sick, you know? People dressing up like knights. It's a load of nonsense. Camelot keep trying to make people think they're better than everyone else. Incorrect. It is the fifth column that cares about London, and I want people to know that. I have created some propaganda posters inspired by those drawn by Lily. Everyone is a sucker for a child's drawing. You will put them up for me, yes? Through these propaganda posters, I aim to demonstrate my commitment to the cause. I also greatly desire Mistress Eve's approval, as it aligns with my designated function. She consistently engages in positive actions with the fifth column, and I aspire to emulate her in my servitude. Do you think Mistress Eve will be proud of me? Incorrect. Now enough about all that mushy stuff. You have business. Affirmative. But don't forget, the sooner you get those posters up, the better. What do you wish to know? Through these propaganda posters, I aim to demonstrate my commitment to the cause. I also greatly desire Mistress Eve's approval, as it aligns with my designated function. She consistently engages in positive actions with the fifth column, and I aspire to emulate her in my servitude. Do you think Mistress Eve will be proud of me? Your comments wound me, Wayfarer. I see rather than helping, you'd rather just be a meanie. Now enough about all that mushy stuff. You have business. You're the best. I knew I could count on you. Go show those Camelot fools what's what. Also, maybe tell Lily that you are doing this. I am sure she would like to know.
Wavy! I'm drawing some new posters for Guido. Stupid Camelot trying to make people think they're better than everyone else, but they're not. These'll show them. You know, I just really want Mum to be proud of me. She's always doing cool stuff with the fifth column. And I want to be just like her when I grow up. So I made these propaganda posters to show everyone that I'm cool too. Do you think Eve will be proud of me?
Do you mind? Aye, mind where you're going.
No! I love Mum! She's the bestest!
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills.
Wavy! I'm drawing some new posters for Guido. Stupid Camelot trying to make people think they're better than everyone else, but they're not! These'll show 'em. You know, I just really want Mum to be proud of me. So I made these propaganda posters to show everyone that I'm cool too. Do you think Eve will be proud of me? Woohoo! I can't wait to make her happy when we've stuck them all over those silly Camelot posters!
That Badman Lawrence is so stingy with supplies. Who does he think he is?
Wavy! I'm drawing some new posters for Guido. Stupid Camelot trying to make people think they're better than everyone else, but they're...
I'm sorry. Sorry for being such an arse. If only that were true. I got a bit headstrong. Sometimes I overstep my mark, but then she puts me in my place. And I remember I ain't shit. It's best I lay low for a while. It's more important I make friends right now, rather than enemies. Listen, if you want, I could tag along. Watch your back. There's a reason Eve kept me around. I've never lost a gunfight. Great. It's been a while since I've been out on the road. Though I can't associate with anyone outside the column. Eve's orders. It'll have to just be you and me. Sorry. Let's head out. What you need? I'll head back to the gaff. I'm not all smiles about it, though. If you ever change your heart, you know where to track me down.
Let's get to it, then. Right behind you, boss.
I hear John got a scolding. No fault of your own, I assure you. You've proven you can handle something simple, sure, but there's some more complex business to take care of. You'll want to speak to Horatio. Horatio Whitehouse is the head of the administrative branch of the Fifth Column. Between you and me, he's just an ex-gentry bureaucrat. But he's Eve's half-brother, so you do well to watch what you say to him, or about him. He's got ears everywhere. Watch yourself with Horatio. He can be difficult.
Mind where you're going. Hey! Watch what you're doing, okay?
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills.
Grime, disease, irradiated rain. Oh yes, you smell of London. What can I do for you, outsider? Did he? So you'll be taking care of the Thameshaven business then, I take it? Oh yes, I need someone to make a little trek over to Thameshaven and find out why the Thames folk don't succumb to the miasma that is tunnel cough. Maybe procure a live sample to bring back. Indeed. Tunnel cough rots your lungs and robs you of your sanity. Those horrendous fish people, fascinatingly, are immune. Lucky them. Maybe I should have been more blunt. A living Thames folk. Excellent. I love a go-getter. You'll want to head to Thameshaven and speak to Rachel Hall. She's what I would surmise to be their leader. Every circus needs a ringleader, I suppose. Pick her brains. See if you can find out why they're immune. And if you can't, bring back one of them, and we'll find out for ourselves. I have a personal interest in securing a cure for the tunnel cough. It angers me to see abominations survive such a deadly disease when good people die to it every day. It's not so much the Fifth Column itself that's interested in it, as much as it is Eve and I, specifically, who have an interest in it. But what Eve wants is ultimately what the Fifth Column will get for her. Makes sense? Yes, yes, don't dally. We need that information. Fine day for it, ain't it?
Britain, awake! Awake for slumber?
Wifey! I'm drawing some new posters for Guido. Stupid Camelot trying to make people think they're...
Yeah? Oh, this nonsense. Look, if I was a scientist, I could tell you why I look like someone melted me over the hob. But I can't. Now can I? And no, I don't know why we're immune. Again, that's a question I just can't answer. Try asking Dr. Webb. He'd know more than anyone else, but still not much. Yes, please, make it his problem. Hey there.
Do you smell that? It's the twig of going. Yes? Tunnel cough? Why do you ask? Oh dear. I'm so sorry. You must be stricken with worry. I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I do know. Thames folk have a natural immunity to tunnel cough, as I'm sure you've heard. I suspect it must be caused by some genetic mutation that has altered our DNA to be immune to the virus. But there's no way to know how tunnel cough interacts with the immunity system of one of our own without performing a biopsy on a carrier. And since no one here actually gets sick and dies from it, well, I've had no cause to do so. Unfortunately, yes. My granddaughter, Marjorie, harmless young thing. She went out scavenging for painting supplies and ended up near a tunnel cough, so I had to go and get her out of there myself. Not sure what was more dangerous out there, the infected or the so-called men who patrol those streets. The surface world gets louder and louder each day.
Hey there. I do love to paint, but I don't know. It depends on the artist. Who painted it? An original Turk? Wow! Okay, we've got to check this out.
They call us sea devils, warriors of the deep, monsters. Can't they just leave us alone?
Come on now! Take your shot at the crush your bones to dust. They better hope I don't see him again. Stop dancing and fight me! No, but you fucking... Bleeding cowards! They better stay gone.
What?
Huh? Hearing shit.
Trying to sneak up on me?
You just make a mess. There, your legs off, so you come. I'm gonna rip your fucking head off! You think that was locked for a reason?
Help me! Someone! Let's rearrange that place! Oh man! No more!
Hello there. Howdy doody. Did you do the thing I asked of you, O mighty and all-powerful wayfarer? Nothing is wrong with me. Lily uploaded some patches into me while you were away. I now feel A-okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Error. Have you, with your vast knowledge and incomparable skills, accomplished the task that a mere robot could not? Have you done what I asked, O Great One? Huzzah! I knew you could do it. You're the best. Now, stupid Camelot can see that we are the superheroes, and not them. Thanks so much for putting up those posters. I hope Mistress Eve will be proud. Huzzah! Victory is ours. The mighty Wayfarer has succeeded where I, a mere Protectron, could not. You have done a great service to the fifth column. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Error, feedback loop detected. Thank you.
Affirmative, companion. We operate as a cohesive unit, you and I. With these posters in place, the Fifth's potential is limitless. We shall assert dominance over those nonsensical Camelot individuals. Yee-haw. Error. Attention. Output. Guido is required elsewhere for maintenance. Goodbye. Remember the 5th of... Wayfarer, have you heard all this crap about the tunnel job? They say it's built to bursting with supplies, but no one can find it. Guns, knives, ammo, canned goods, bottled water, medical supplies, a little bit of everything. I'm not sure. I have a rough idea, but I'd need to do some scouting to get the location. However, I do know there's a group nearby that seem to know exactly though. But they certainly wouldn't give up a location such as this. Your best bet is eavesdropping in on their conversation. Affirmative. Very to the point. Well, I'm not too sure on who the group is either, but I'd advise you to check the local area for a group of people chatting. Something like this requires planning. Return. Did you manage to learn where the warehouse is located? Well, please do it soon, or it could be lost forever.
Welcome, friend. Glad to see you.
You are the living embodiment of perfection, outsider. I say jump, and not only do you jump, you clear a chasm. Well done.
Who are you people?
It's getting feisty, sir.
I don't care what it wants. It won't be much longer anyway. Put her under the knife.
No can do. Muriel won't operate.
What do you mean, the mute won't operate?
She thinks it's immoral, sir.
I don't care what she thinks. She should know it only matters what Eve thinks. You fix this. Is that so? I was going to have you blackmail my Oriole. But oh, this is so much better. Set your sights on this doctor instead. That is not a guy. and this is not a granddaughter. They are things. If you can't sacrifice things for the greater good, then I don't know how you will be able to stay with the fifth column. How are you doing?
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Don't try anything stupid, Civvy.
So have you heard about the rumours of a supply stash in the abandoned underground tunnels of London?
No, I haven't. What kind of supplies are we talking about?
You name it, I've heard it's there.
I have heard that on the grapevine as well. It's said to have all kinds of supplies. Food, weapons, and medical supplies. All up for grabs.
Obviously, you have to be tactical about this type of thing.
Look, don't worry about it. We'll be fine. Not like we haven't faced danger before.
I think it might be better if we go at night when there are fewer people around. We'll need to be careful not to get caught, though.
How about we go in the morning? We can meet up at dawn and start searching for the warehouse.
Yeah, alright. Should leave tomorrow morning at first light. Meet me at the entrance to the abandoned station. Then we'll go underground. It should be a piece of cake.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm tired of living off scraps here in the Fifth. This could be just what we need.
That's a valid point. What if Eve finds out? This situation involves going behind her back, and we could essentially be seen as traitors.
Bollocks to that. Let's all agree to leave this place. Remember, we only joined because of the free shelter and food. None of us has any skin in the game here.
Alright, we'll leave tomorrow morning at first light then. See you there, peeps.
That badman Lawrence is so stringy with supplies. Who does he think he is? Hey! Watch what you're doing, okay?
Return. Did you manage to learn where the warehouse is located? Oh, really now? Well then, thought subroutine engaged. The group must be referring to Strand Station. Closed down pre-war, it has some tunnels below it. It's the only suitable one around for miles. Your dedication, perseverance, and sharp mind truly made all the difference in this situation, my friend. You should go to that abandoned underground station and check out what's happened. I saw a group of people leaving this morning. It must have been them. I do believe there are some nearby sewers you can enter. I'm more interested in finding medicine. I want to help people. Our people could really only use some antibiotics for the various infections they get. Everything else is a bonus. Affirmative. There are definitely some gangs in the area, but I think you can avoid them if you're careful. The Strand is a spicy area indeed. Just stay hidden and move quickly. You will be alright. Great! I was hoping you'd say that. There is no time like the present. Go and catch them before it's too late.
Your kind does have two eyes, but... Please, I need your help. Have you seen my granddaughter? I can't find her. Tell me, please. You took her? There were so many nightmares running through my head, but I never imagined she was... I'm too old to be brazen and foolish. Monstrous as you may be. If there's any chance at securing Marjorie's safety, I'll come with you.
Looks like we've got a full house, sir.
And a stacked deck.
Please, this doesn't have to be difficult. Tell me what you need and I'll do it. Just please, let Marjorie go.
Huh. They actually talk.
We won't be discussing anything until Eve gets here.
If you'd clean the wax out of your ears, Victor, you'd do well to remember that Eve allowed me to spearhead this initiative. We'll proceed without her.
Do you ever stop running that fancy mouth of yours? You're not the leader of the fifth column. Eve is. We wait for her lead.
You won't have to wait much longer.
Thames to make Rachel.
They found Rachel wandering up the street. We had a nice chat on the way here.
We don't need her.
Horatio, please.
Very well.
Ever resourceful, aren't you? Seems like you're the only one who gets things done around here while everyone else plays politics. However, I doubt Horatio has been very transparent with you.
I have.
You have my permission to ask for clarification. Perhaps it will clear things up for our guests as well. She's a sensitive soul. That's why she's tinkering while the rest of us are on the front lines, be it fighting or running supplies. But she's immensely useful. I would never look a gift horse in the mouth. Oh, I always know what's going on. Don't you worry. It's a vested personal interest. Horatio and I are half-siblings on our father's side. His mother, quite unfortunately, succumbed to tunnel cough like so many other poor souls in London. I've often wondered if his exact motivation is fear of the tunnel cough itself, or if this is some sort of redemption for his mother's death.
It's a bit of both.
As you wish, then. Given that you've both come all this way, I'd hate to make the trip not worth your while. Dr. Webb, as you have seen, my dear brother here is not above taking drastic action when it comes to getting his way.
I figured.
But you came here to bring your granddaughter home, correct? Well, I'll give you a chance to do just that. How about a deal? Rachel and your precious Marjorie return to Thameshaven, while you help Muriel find a cure for this interminable disease.
Does he even have a choice?
Quiet, Thames folk.
No, Freddy. It's all right. Of course he has a choice. He can stay behind while you and the girl go free, or you can all stay while we negotiate a less conventional arrangement. Dr. Webb, my brother's ways are his own. No harm will befall Marjorie under my watch. But the people of London need your expertise. Are you willing to help us?
Yes. I am.
Then it's decided. Freddy, escort them back to Thameshaven.
You're free, girl. Go home.
I need you to stay strong, Marjorie. Go home. I'll be back with you in a matter of days.
Come on, fishfolk. Let's get moving.
Do you smell that? It's the Thames calling to us. Sorry about that, human. Need help? Goodbye.
Fine day for it, ain't it?
I'm knackered as fuck. We're being beasted with all these drills.
They say blood's thicker than water. My brother certainly is thick, I'll give them that. Horatio considers himself a genius. If only it were so, he wouldn't be half as dangerous. Because I know Horatio better than anyone. When, or if, the time comes where he poses a threat, I will know. And he will be dealt with. For now, he's useful. He has connections inside and outside the fifth column. Some invaluable. He's also reliable. Like me, he can keep a tight ship. His branch runs smoother than any other, even if it is just administration. From now on, you'll take orders from me directly. It seems there are some who are willing to use you for their own purposes. While Freddy is dealing with those things, I think it's about time the defense branch underwent a performance review. You will conduct it. In particular, I want to be sure our counter-espionage efforts are up to scratch. This ship must remain airtight if it is to remain afloat. No leakages. A young intelligence officer, Zach Lloyd, is in charge of routing out moles. He has yet to find one. Assist him and figure out if his lack of results is a relief or a concern. I want a full report when you're done. Dismissed. What do you want? I am. I know this city like the back of my hand, and I know exactly what needs to be removed for it to function properly. No. The column was founded by a man named Harold Attley. A great man. Were it not for him, I'd be dead. If not, languishing in some back end of this troubled city. He saw potential where not many would, and named me as his successor. My daughter is not a conversation topic. If you must. Makes a bad first impression on most, but his heart is in the right place. Not a fool, but most people treat him like one. Derek, our Tommy. He's proven bullish, but I think once he sees my ideas implemented, he'll be fully committed. Not that I have reason to question his loyalty thus far. While his demeanor is unsettling, his productivity is undeniable. A complete pain in the arse, saved by his talents in logistics and organization. She's me, which meant the column overlooked her talents for far too long. We are indebted to her technical prowess, and she is integral to our future success. My dear brother, strong-willed but weak-witted. His pure gentry blood has given him a conceited streak that mires his utility. He'll grow out of it. He needs to. My chief advisor. A good man, although his passion for the cause clearly isn't what it used to be. I'll tell you what I know. Deranged imbeciles. Oh, they'd be hilarious if they weren't so determined to spread their nonsensical, dangerous ideas. Petty criminals of the past. Indulgent, self-serving fools. Vicious attack dogs for the gentry, though neither of them would admit it. A hurdle that should be cleared, but by no means a priority. Indolent fools, incapable of doing anything that isn't dependent on exploiting and corrupting. We must remove their parasitic burden from the city. Bye.
That badman Lawrence is so stringy with supplies. Who does he think he is?
This? Yes? What's it to you, anyway? Can't you see I'm busy? Not very well. And these constant interruptions aren't helping. She did? Eve herself? How gracious of her. So... you're my assistant. I could certainly use the help. Not that I'm bad at my job, mind you. I'm just a desk jockey. Stickler for paperwork. Keen attention to detail. Strategist. All the field agents Freddy assigns me are useless. Eve sent you, which means you must be somewhat reliable. We're gonna do great things, you and I. I'll do the paperwork. and most of the thinking, then you'll get your hands dirty. It's a partnership made in heaven. Despite all this paperwork, the situation is rather dull. I haven't been able to pursue any leads from this desk. I've trawled through every copy of every document ever written in this place. Yet I can't find a single shred of evidence that a mole exists, let alone their identity. But Eve insists. If Eve says there's a spy, there's a spy. So, we will continue the search. I'm not sure. She hasn't told me or Freddy. I know she has her reasons. Some laziness, some cowardice, some both. I understand the job is more active and far more dangerous than mine, but what did they expect? When you've tried all the easy solutions, the remaining avenues of investigation are bound to involve some level of risk. Instead of waiting for our mole to make a mistake, we've forced them out of hiding. Something I can only do with your help. I'll write up a memo that reveals the location in which classified defense branch documents are to be dropped. No such documents exist, of course, but our mole won't know that. I'll accidentally send the memo to every branch. You wait at the location to see who shows up. Just stay safe, okay? Then we really need to start getting creative. We may be dealing with the greatest spy of the 23rd century. I may have tried this scheme once before. The fellow I sent to the drop-off point never returned. I like to think he just went AWOL, but I'm not so sure. To the west, downtown. Let me see. Hang on, let me put the coordinates on that utility of yours. I'd hate to waste even a scrap of paper. Now don't dawdle, get there before they do.
Britain, awake, awake for slumber.
Don't make me have to find you. Time to die! Skull, fuck you!
He's scared yet.
I didn't even last a full round. You hear that? Sounds like a fight. gonna rip your head off and sit. Damn, lost him. Here's some water if you're thirsty. You never... Where'd they go? I'm gonna check. Run. Any pink wafers in there?
Started innocently enough, you know. Just a few mannequins to keep me company in this desolate place. They started changing me. They're watching. Always watching. Those lifeless eyes, they see everything. I can't escape them. It's a nightmare. I tried to make it safe, but they won't leave me alone. I can't take it anymore. Those damn mannequins, they're watching me, mocking me. I swear they're moving when I'm not looking. They whisper to me. Those plastic faces. Oh yes, they move when I'm not looking. I can hear them. Their plastic limbs scraping on the floor when I turn my back. It's driving me insane! I can't trust anyone anymore. Are they real or are they just mannequins in disguise? I don't know what's real anymore. can. I'm gonna end it all. Maybe then Americans leave me alone. Maybe then I'll find peace.
Reveal yourself. Prepare to face Camelot's finest. Had enough?
Hello there, my friend. It seems you return again. Did you find the group? Did the mother lode exist? Oh, wow. Thank you, Wayfarer. I just want to take a moment to express my gratitude for all the help you gave me in finding that secret warehouse in the underground tunnels. I couldn't have done it without you, and I can't tell you how relieved I am that we were able to locate it before it was lost forever. As a token of my appreciation, I'd like to give you this special item I've been saving for just such an occasion. It's not much, but it's the least I can do to say thank you for everything you have done. Thank you again, my friend. You truly are a lifesaver. Protect and survive.
There you are. I just have to say, I don't appreciate being under review.
I'm sure Eve has her reasons, Freddy.
I know Eve's not to blame, don't you worry. It's her fool of a brother, dragging me into the Thamesfolk business. And now this. When you give your report, don't make any enemies.
Don't worry about him. He's quick to anger. Freddy's long suspected that Horatio's been sabotaging the defense branch. He has no evidence, mind you, just a feeling. If you ask me, he should worry more about what goes on inside the branch than outside of it. Maybe we'd have less problems. Camelot? I didn't take those brutes to be the infiltrating type. They'd rather kick your front door down than sneak around the back. You have no idea how happy I am. That anyone showed up at all is a miracle. Now we know our enemy, we know where to look. Camelot. Luckily for you, we've already got a man on the inside. His name's Jeff Mutt. The rest of our espionage attempts were sussed out, but not Jeff. He's made quite a few friends apparently. The nights at the tavern like to gamble, and Jeff's a compulsive gambler. I can only imagine people will begin to suspect him once his poor luck runs out. But until then, he's an invaluable asset. With information. He reports direct to Horatio, who, to Freddy's credit, has been less than cooperative. So I want you to make contact with him directly. I'll send word ahead. He'll be expecting you. Find out what he knows about the situation. The whole Camelot army goes in and out of that tavern. Someone's bound to have let something slip. Good luck, and don't cause trouble. It should be as if you were never there. How you doing?
Sure, there's probably room. Another win on the old record. Make sure you check the back pockets. Just give me all your weapons and fight with your fists. What was that? You fucking head off! Oh man! No more!
Who's there?
Hey, I got... Hey, can we talk about that thing? Well, okay. So we're mates, right? And mates don't keep things from each other, right? Well, I just don't want anything to change between us after I tell you this, okay? Good. Glad to hear it. I thought about how we're good mates, but we barely know anything about each other. So I wanted to tell you about where I came from, how I got like this. Okay, so, I grew up in a home for abandoned boys. It was a rough and tumble place, but overall, I think I was happy there. But when I was about 5, raiders came in the dead of night, stole me and my brothers from our beds, and took us to their camp. They forced us to fight each other. The ones who refused were executed in front of us. I don't remember a lot of it. I think my brain won't let me. But one by one, we fought each other with our bare hands. The losers were put out of their misery quick. I was never the best fighter, but I think I just had the most will to live, for whatever reason. The next thing I remember, it was just me and my best friend, Sam, left. He refused to fight me, since I had basically raised him. But I don't know. I just wanted to live. Yeah, you can see why I don't talk about my past much. I became those horrible monsters' prize fighter. They trained me like a dog, and then put me in the ring with fighters from other gangs. After a while, I had gotten so good that gangs started refusing to fight me. I killed too many of their best guys. I'm not proud of it. I was barely even a human back then. But they created a monster that they couldn't much control anymore. One day, I saw an opportunity. I mutilated a couple of my handlers and made my escape. Never looked back. Yeah. Thanks for listening. I've never told anyone about my past before. I really don't like to think about it. But, as fucked up as the path was, at least it led us together. I've never had a mate like you. So, thanks. Hold up.
Found ya! Sponging muppets.
Come on now! Take your shot at the chap. Yeah.
In your cause!
Engaging hostile targets. Please step into the open and identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens.
I'm gonna crush your bones to death. I didn't hear. What was that? Nice work.
What'll it be? The usual. Goodbye.
Nice to meet you. My name's Benjamin Gale. I'm a levy. Care for a game of cards? In the days of old, it referred to the poorly trained peasants conscripted by noblemen. Here, it's what Camelot calls its lower ranks. Insulting, really, if you think about it. Well, thank God, a real human being. Don't worry about anyone listening in. They're too busy listening to themselves. Lloyd says you're looking for a spy. I'm afraid I won't be of much help. If you've been around these people as long as I have, you'd know their ignorance to the cloak and dagger approach. Then again, anyone worth their salt around here won't talk to the likes of a levy. The Knights of the Round Table are secretive. I've been working on getting information out of Lancelot. He's in here a lot. He's a degenerate drunk, so I thought it would be easy. No such luck. He'll go on drunken tirades about some inane childhood trauma or his long-lost love in the city. But not a peep of anything relevant. Bastard. At least I have a chance to win something when I gamble. What does getting blackout drunk get you? Lancelot's definitely the weak link. Doubt it. They don't keep records. Believe me, I've looked. The intel exists only in their minds. Primitive, I know. It took a seriously drunk knight reminiscing about his past to let slip the names of the Knights of the Round Table. Their real names. It's a shame. Poor old sod got himself killed in a duel recently. He was always up for telling stories. Even if they weren't helpful, they were interesting. We torture him. And no, I'm not joking. If we're going to get anything out of him, let alone find your spy, we'll need to do something drastic. We have to capture him and bring him back to Cable Street. Then we can extract information out of him the easy way. Because he did let one thing slip. Lancelot will be going on a little excursion to clear out a few ghouls from a nearby church. The lack of severity this task requires means he will likely only bring a few men to back him up. If I'm one of those men, and you and some of our comrades are waiting for them instead of ghouls, capturing Lancelot should be easy. I'll send word to Horatio. He'll give us the manpower we need to pull this off. Your immediate priority is to take care of that church's ghoul problem. I'll sweet-talk Lancelot. Make sure I'm on his expedition. Should be easy. I'll spout some rubbish about how eager I am to prove my valor.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Don't make me carry that.
Be more careful. There's a war on.
Ever vigilant. Oi! Watch it!
London is the place for me. You have eyes, use them.
Just move along. Like that, keep me going. Your fragile body! That felt great. love to watch them crumble. Hope they... were rich. I like fighting rich folk. Perfect. Give me more of a leg workout. Let's go! Oh yeah! That's the good stuff! Let's rearrange that face!
I'm on the expedition, and Horatio's already on his way to Wandsworth. I trust the ghouls are no more. Great. Everything's ready then. Your job is easy. Return to the church and wait for Horatio's arrival. Tell him that things are in motion and to be ready. There'll be 3 battle-hardened knights with us.
Ever vigilant.
Hail, mate.